Welcome to the Shady Dog Tavern, where we held our very own Dungeons and Dragons birthday party. And I thought, what better setting to have it than a medieval tavern? Isn't that right? So we decked out our house, well, really 1.5 rooms, for this guy. And he's very into D&D, so for his birthday, I thought I'd plan for him a very festive and decorative birthday party, complete with a hero's feast. And of course, a D&D one-shot adventure. But first, I'd like to take you through on a guided tour of the decorations. So when you come up to the tavern, you will see a crookedly hung sign, the Shady Dog Tavern, and then you'll be met with a door that we have put wood paneling wallpaper on it. As you can see, it's just a rough job, but it gives the vibe. And then you walk in and you're greeted with this beautifully decorated tavern, all out of wood and with accents of metals here and there, but we tried to make it look like everything is made out of wood, including all the cutlery and plates. That's my husband. He is the bard of the party, and of course here we have our obligatory mimic treasure chest that's just waiting for its chance to get a meal. We tried to put in a little bit of hints of the adventure ahead, this treasure map being one of them, but trying not to make it too obvious as to give away what we'll be playing soon. And this painting of the ship and the little signage at the bottom, which I photoshopped in, the Fury of Holtzman, is also a little hint of what's to come in the adventure. All of these medieval gear that you see, including the helmet and that longbow, which ended up being strung by the beginning of the party, which made me a little nervous, but pretty cool. And all of this armor and shield and swords came from a friend of ours who does medieval reenactments, which is really cool. Of course, heroes can't go on any adventures on an empty stomach. They deserve a hero's feast. On the menu is sous vide lamb roast, charred on the outside as you can see, crispy pork roast, pesto pasta, garden salad, a selection of cheeses and crackers. There was also a loaf of bread with butter, of course, some fruits for everyone, and some nuts. On drinks menu we have traditional lemonade, sangria, some ale, and water. Then it was time for our D&D adventure. We had a little one-shot. The birthday boy is the DM for this adventure. We played for a solid maybe 2.5 hours before we had a cake break. It was a chocolate cheesecake from a store called The Smelly Cheesecake, and it was really delicious. But the only problem was there wasn't enough. Then we continued our one shot until the late afternoon, and it was such an amazing party. I loved how everybody dressed up for the occasion. It really felt like we were in a medieval tavern. It took roughly 3 to 4 months for the entirety of the party to be put together, but it was definitely well worth the effort. I will see you in the next party. Fare thee well.